Freaky Friday is intended for adults and is a show featuring adult conversations. Topics may vary, but are focused on human sexuality, fetish, and topics of intimate nature. Some may feel uncomfortable watching this show, and some topics may take you out of your comfort zone. We encourage everyone to stay and learn, as we hope this is an educational show, but stress that viewer discretion is advised. And if a topic makes you feel uncomfortable, please do not continue watching. Welcome to Freaky Friday. Welcome to Freaky Friday, where we dare to talk about taboo topics like fetish, bondage, sex, vibrators, and more. This isn't your dad's Friday night programming, but your mom loves it. Welcome to Freaky Friday, hosted by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable, uncanny advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. Also the giver of free hugs and spends. Everyone watching this program will get virtual free hugs and spends. It's time to get on with the show. Welcome to Freaky Friday. Music provided by the YouTube Audio Library. Produced by Silent Partner. Song name, Tied Up. It's Friday! Let's get freaky! So let's talk about some of the headlines that made it through the news cycle about fetish, BDSM, and kinky stuff. What do you think? So let's get into it right now. So here we go. Just a little bit of bad news. Found this out this week. The Fetish Con and Bondage Con, same thing, just houses two names, two different sections. Trade show has been officially postponed until 2022. Not a big surprise, just wanted people to be aware. Don't worry, next year, 20th anniversary, we'll all get together and be freaky. Should be on Friday, and of course we get freaky on Friday, but we'll have good news next year. We'll get freaky together. And a study shatters the myth that BDSM is linked to early life trauma. This is from Big Think, filed by Jamie Bell. Look, this one I found really awesome. So here's something I want to read to you. This was published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. People involved in the BDSM may actually be more mentally healthy. The study suggests people who engage in BDSM activities often show more extroverted qualities and tend to be more open to experiences and more conscientious. Consent really matters in the community. It teaches you a lot about dynamics, and it teaches you how to communicate. This is why it's constantly used by therapists for couples. I think this was a great article. Go to Big Think to read more. By the way, you can get all of these articles embedded into our actual description of the videos. So make sure you guys are reading those descriptions and finding all these links and reading them. This is some great information we're bringing you this week, including women's health, here's how to make a 4-star orgasm happen in BDSM play. It's not forced the way you think, but it sort of can be. Read the article to fully understand. And one thing I'll say is this, is that when you, especially for women, when you can have a woman in a confined, tied up position or in a way she can't move, and you can stimulate her erogenous zones, because every woman's slightly different, whatever makes her have that big O, you can do it in a way where it gets overwhelming almost. It becomes almost too much, and believe it or not, she may beg for you to stop because it's becoming too overwhelming. It's fun, but it has to be done consensually. Don't push someone to a place they're not comfortable with. Make sure to always have a safe word ready to use. But this is a great article brought to us by Gabrielle Caselli, and this is at womenshealth.com. Women's Health is getting a little kinky. And this is awesome. An article from Metro filed by Ellen Scott about a woman who quits her job in health and safety to become an orgasm coach, so an instructor about how to have orgasms for women. I thought this was great. She started her journey in the BDSM community. This is a great way to show that you can grow and you can give back, and now she's helping other women kind of figure out how to get to that orgasm. I think that's really awesome. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We got some more news for you, so don't go far. Not everyone is born to be normal. Some are born to be different. For some, the rules of normal do not fit who they are. For some, life isn't about cheap sexual experiences and cheap highs. Barbara is drawn to things most would not understand.
Barbara seeks to explore her dark instincts in the New York City underground. Join Barbara on her coming-of-age tale and watch her journey through the New York City underground. Learn from Barbara how not to become a victim of overeagerness. Back this project to explore the darker instincts of humans.
All right, 5 of the most common misconceptions about BDSM. What are they? Well, here they are. BDSM is all about pain. It's not true. There's control aspects. There's so many more. You're going to have to read this article on Inside Hook to get it all, because I'm just paraphrasing here. And this was by Gigi Engel. 2 was, does BDSM go against consent culture? Not at all. In fact, it embraces consent culture and teaches about consent. Oh, such a misconception there. Number 3 was, BDSM is not accessible to normal people. What is normal? Let's get over the idea that anyone's normal. Being weird is cool. Let's all be weird, because that means that we're all different. We can all show things to people that other people might not get. It keeps the world interesting. BDSM is basically misogynistic, and it's not. It really, that's just from an outside point of view. That's a lot more Hollywood stuff. It is not. There's the culture itself. Don't get me wrong, there's dangers in it, which goes to 5. BDSM is unsafe. There is danger, but the danger spreads to everyone involved, male or female. Do females get taken advantage of more than men? I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think women will talk about it more than men, but I've known men who were actually abused in the BDSM culture. So I do like this article. I think it's worth reading. Go to CNET. Inside Hook for this one. CNET's another article. We're going to get there. That's the fun one. That's the top story for today. But this one was actually from Inside Hook. So definitely check it out. It's not all sex dungeons and 50 Shades, they say, and that's so true. And I appreciate them doing this article. And this is going to be our top story for the evening. And we're going to get to it right now. DC stopped Batman from performing oral sex on Catwoman. It says, heroes don't do that. DC apparently decided. The Twitter storms say otherwise. First off, and we're going to take a break after I say this and get back and unpack this a little bit more. I find it amazing that so many people have gotten so upset about this when they don't actually perform oral sex. I do think a lot of people are being disingenuous, running around talking about, oh, I can't believe they would do that. Well, then try doing oral sex on your partner. It's one of the things that women are most disappointed in, generally speaking, when it comes to sexuality, is that men don't often, in a male-female relationship with heterosexuals, that men don't reciprocate that actual thing. Now, we're going to talk more about this. This is our top story, but there's another story I want to talk about when we get back from the break, and then we'll get more into this. I just wanted to put this into your head so you can start thinking about it. What exactly that looks like. Do you have a relationship where you guys actually perform oral sex on each other, and how important is that in a relationship? And do heroes do it? We'll be right back. All right, before we get back into our top story about Batman not going down on Catwoman on the Harley Quinn show, we're going to talk about this. The debate over Kink at Pride divides the internet, but Kink community has been part of the queer protest and celebration since Stonewall. I don't want to get heavy into this. This is definitely a debate. I will say this. Coming up in the 90s, which when I could legally go to these clubs and events, I can tell you that I saw the fetish community and the LGBT community get along famously. They were always welcome at our events. The LGBT community was always more than welcomed into the fetish community and the kink parties. I'm kind of sad to see that there's even pushback for it. One of the arguments made is that they want to keep these events family friendly. There's a way to allow the fetish and BDSM communities into these events and still make it family friendly. Certain things that can be worn and displayed. I always think of BDSM as my part of my sexuality, and I find it kind of weird to see such pushback against a community. Just like our communities have always gotten along, and I'm saddened to see that this is even becoming such a debate. But what do I know? I'm just a kid from Queens. This kid from Queens can tell you that. All right, so here it goes. So there's a Harley Quinn show. I'm not a gigantic fan of this show, believe it or not. I don't actually particularly like it, and I think it does push things too far sometimes. But here's the deal. So apparently a producer said that Batman shouldn't go down. No, it wasn't a producer. It was someone in the executive branch of DC said that they didn't want Batman going down on Catwoman because heroes don't do that. Now, I'm sure that they meant it, that they didn't want their heroes displayed with such a sexual act. But either way, here's the thing. Why is a man going down on a woman something a hero wouldn't do? Especially when it's been done in comics already. That's right, it's already been done. Twitter has shown it. So this is like a big debate. Why, like, you can imply a female character goes down on a male character, but why not in reverse? This is something that is a bigger discussion, especially considering that we don't reciprocate as men as much as we should when it comes to giving head, as it were. And I think this has brought a moment. I have smiled all week because of it, because we're not talking about Batman's penis, which happened a couple of years ago, but instead we're talking about sexuality, and you're seeing men want to have the conversation but are very uncomfortable. So here's what I want you all to do. Have this conversation. Discuss it. Be respectful, but listen to each other more so. Because I think this is a great moment in both learning about sexuality and growing as a comics community. That's it for this week. We'll see you back next week. We'll see what Batman didn't do next week. Same Bat channel, same Bat program. Go get freaky.